Lamine Yamal is now at the top of the football world. Everyone thinks he's the next big star. At just 17 years old, Yamal has become an important part of FC Barcelona's plans. But this heavy reliance on him has led to a lot of playtime. Could this dependence on him be doing more harm than good? Last weekend, Barcelona had a disappointing result against Leganés, but that wasn't the only problem. During the match, Yamal got a painful ankle injury after a rough tackle. It was a clear reminder of how much physical strain he's been going through. Even though he was limping and clearly in pain, Yamal stayed on the pitch until the 75th minute before he was finally taken off. After the game, tests showed he had a grade 1 ligament injury, which will keep him out for 3 to 4 weeks. While it's good news that the injury isn't worse, the bigger issue is the pattern. This isn't the first time Yamal has been hurt this season. At just 17, the amount of pressure and physical demands on him is a serious concern. Lamine Yamal has already played an incredible number of minutes this season for both Barcelona and the Spanish national team. His talent is obvious. His skill, creativity, and calmness on the ball make him essential. But depending so much on such a young player comes with big risks. Injuries are becoming more frequent. In November, Yamal had an ankle problem, and now, just a month later, he's out again. This is worrying. Is he being brought back too soon? Are Barcelona and Spain really thinking about his future? These are important questions for any team managing a young talent like him. Another big issue is how Yamal is treated during games. Time and time again, he has been on the receiving end of rough tackles, with referees often failing to protect him. Against Leganés, fouls kept happening before the first yellow card was given in the 75th minute. For a league that is supposed to protect its best players, this relaxed attitude toward physical play doesn't help anyone. Young players like Yamal are the future of football. Letting them be targeted without consequences risks not only their progress, but also their ability to perform for fans regularly. Protecting players, especially those who are still growing, should be a top priority for any league. Beyond the immediate concerns of fouls, there's a physical side to think about. At 17, a player's body is still developing. Growth spurts, hormonal changes, and increasing muscle mass make young players more likely to get injured if they are pushed too hard. Studies have shown that players who play too many minutes at a young age are more likely to have long-term injuries later in life. Football's busy schedule, with league games, cups, international matches, and pre-season tours, leaves very little time to rest. Without proper management, young players face a higher risk of burnout and long-lasting damage. Lamine Yamal isn't the first young player to face this problem. Fans will remember Pedri, another Barcelona star who was overused early in his career. Pedri's amazing debut season came at a price. He missed a lot of games the next year because of injuries. These examples show how important it is to carefully manage young players. Other young stars like Jude Bellingham and Bukayo Saka are also playing a lot. While they continue to perform brilliantly, the pressure to deliver every game can be hard on them. Clubs and national teams must avoid making the same mistakes with these players and focus on keeping them healthy for the long term. This isn't just a Barcelona problem, it's an issue in football everywhere. Young players are starting their careers earlier than ever, and it's tempting to use them as much as possible. But the risks are also higher than ever. For players like Yamal, who are key for both their clubs and countries, finding the right balance is very important. Barcelona and Spain need to share the responsibility of managing his playtime. Protecting him doesn't mean benching him when he's needed. It means knowing when to rest him, when to sub him off, and when to avoid playing him in overly physical matches. To protect talents like Yamal, a few changes are needed. First, leagues should make stricter rules to stop rough fouls, especially against young players. Second, clubs need to focus on all aspects of player health, including sports science, mental health, and recovery plans. Coaches also need to avoid focusing only on short-term results instead of thinking about long-term growth. It's about making sure players like Yamal don't just succeed now, but keep performing at the top level for years to come. Fans want to see these players at their best, not held back by injuries caused by poor management during their early careers. Even with these challenges, there's a lot to be hopeful about when it comes to Yamal's future. His talent is clear, and with the right care and guidance, he could become one of the best in the world for many years. The upcoming winter break is a perfect time for him to recover, not just from this injury, but also to rethink how he is used going forward. This injury should be a wake-up call, not just for Barcelona and Spain, but for football as a whole. Overusing young players isn't sustainable, and ignoring these risks could mean losing some of the game's biggest talents. Lamine Yamal is amazing to watch, and the football world wants nothing more than to see him thrive. But success must be built on good health, proper care, and long-term planning. It's up to his club, his national team, and football leaders to make sure he has the career he deserves, a career free from preventable injuries and burnout. What do you think about this situation? Should clubs and leagues do more to protect young players like Yamal? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football content. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.